Did you end up getting the anarchy or what? No.
My ass can't even get the goddamn 1,000 horses.
No, you
Shit,
couldn't
me
even get a
either.
bull,
I
man.
mean, I haven't got. Well, I haven't done the last wish like 30 times like some people. I only did it like 15, 16 times, but
Nah, chaotic still
still.
gotta get the bull first.
Oh god, that's
Wait, which one? Which bowl? The
The
Tyranny of Heaven? Oh, the Monarch.
yep.
Bro, I got that thing. That thing dropped 2 times in a row for me. I didn't understand why.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's all good, DX.
Yeah, I got Lana, her grimoire book came in today, so she wanted to
Oh.
put the emblem on.
I still
Yeah,
couldn't get
so
my emblem
Oh,
then.
I'm gonna go Barnes and Nobles today. I'm gonna look for that fucker.
yeah, I went on I went to Bungie store and it was backlogged and I was like, fuck man. So I went on Amazon and it was sold out on Amazon too. And I was like, whatever man. But I ended up ordering it through there, canceling through Bungie because Amazon sells it through Bungie and it delivered through Amazon before Bungie had their quote-unquote stock back in. So if you want it, order it through Amazon because
Really?
they'll pull it from Barnes and Noble or another bookstore because they had some available through Barnes and Nobles and shit. So
Do this right now.
Yeah, Amazon is pretty OP.
Civics was after much more than simply stealing.
Yeah.
Bro, get a
Yeah,
next superpower, bro.
checked my email or my notifications yesterday and I was like, your present's been delivered. I'm like, oh no way. And then I gave it to her a few hours ago, and she's been non-stop going at it.
Yeah, I've been reading it this whole time. I just want to continue reading it.
Yeah.
How much lore's in there?
It's
A lot.
It's back-to-back lore.
How many pages is it? Like 300 something, yeah?
I don't know. She'll clear it in like fucking 20 minutes if I let her.
125.
Oh, 125. Oh, ooh, where did I get that from?
Oh, 127, sorry.
Yeah, we also have, so we went to Gamescom and we played Gambit before Destiny 2 Forsaken actually dropped Gambit in the game. So we have emblems too, and hers just now popped up, which is weird, so I'm gonna have to see if mine still works.
So, wait, it's called Destiny Grimoire Anthology? Is that the one?
Anthology, yep.
It's only 19 bucks. That's cheap.
That's actually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool
Yeah,
book.
right now. Ships in 1
Alright,
to
while
2
we're
days.
loading in, let me sign
nice.
up my Bungie account.
I should, but I gotta talk to my wife first.
Alright, so Scruffy, like I said in the chat, how Vice will teach this raid and how they run it might be different from us. However, this raid doesn't have a whole lot of dynamic parts where it requires people to fucking jump around like Last Wish does. It's a pretty straightforward raid. You're either going to be doing one of two roles most of the entire time, and one of them is solely ad clearing, the other one is ad clearing with an extra responsibility in between. So there's not a whole lot of dynamic roles in this entire raid. It is very short. There's 3 encounters. This is noted as the Berserker encounter. So how we train and how we will do this is prior to even starting the encounter, we'll take a tour of the map, run around a little bit, show you key points of interest, specifically 5 in this area. We will show you the Berserker, which this encounter is named after, and then we will proceed on showing you the rest. Recommended supers, loadouts, shit like that. AoE supers, shotgun, machine guns, shit like that. So, you already noticed, obviously you can take your Sparrow through here. Around the map on the very bottom part, there's 4 places just like this fucking asshole right here with the barrier in the way. This doesn't mean anything to us right now. This is just a way to get down to the next encounter. What we do care about are these guys right here. We reference these as charging points. Each charging point down here has a number. We dock this one as number 1. Hop on your Sparrow, let's go this way. You're not going to need to hop off. Don't worry about killing ads. I'm showing you where his charging point is. This is charging point number 2. It is in the south side of the map next to spawn. Keep going around the map this way. All the way around the west-hand side of the map next to these dome capitol-looking buildings. Off to the left here, same thing, same exact looking charging point. This is charging point number 3, all the way in the west-hand side of the map. And then we come up to the very last one, which is up here and around the corner. This is docked as charging point number 4. Call this one true north, but usually 1, 2, 3, and 4 is what we'll just reference in the entire encounter. And if you come around the corner over here and make a right, yeah, there you are. Make a right, you find that we're back at charging point number 1. Same exact thing, nothing changes. Each charging point looks exactly the same. Each of them has a 1, 2, 3, 4 count. They're like that for a reason, and you will see why. And then, last but not least, we have charging point number 5, which is also known as the map. So, let's make our way up top. Fucking warlock jump, motherfucker. Alright, we'll do it this way. Alright, so we come up top, where I'm cooking a s'more and shit like that. This, yep, she is. She definitely is. Yep. Alright, so this is charging point number 5 up here by the map. The map where it actually spawns at is within these like 4 corners up here. So just on this plate right here is where the map will actually spawn. The timer for the encounter is this guy right here. Obviously red means scary, so we don't want it to hit red. If it hits red, it's fine. It just means that we need to pick up the pace. There is a challenge mode for this encounter. Obviously, it's not this week's challenge, but the challenge mode, if you do end up doing it, is to do this quick enough to where this yellow bar does not fall below half. So that's a challenge, everything like that. And then up here, once again, you can see charging point number 1, the Chanel gas station over here. Charging point number 2 is in the south side of the map back here. The dome, charging point number 3 is over in the west hand side of the map, and then true north is in the back by fucking skyscraper boy. How we read the map whenever it does spawn is we read it as if I'm looking at it from spawn. So I look at it like this. I know some people, I mean, if you hop up here where Chaotic's at and you read it from right here, that's fine too. But when we reference, like, you know, if I'm guiding you to something or someone else is guiding you to something, they're going to guide you as if they're looking at it right here. So if they say, you know, go north a little bit, go south a little bit, they're telling you from this angle right here, rather than being up here and saying go north or south. Because obviously north or south here means you're going towards 1 or 3, north or south here means you're going towards 2 or 4. So that's map orientation. Once again, you'll see it whenever we spawn the map and how we read it. And then we have this dick shit right here, named Berserker. So this guy right here, if you shoot at him, obviously you can't do anything to this guy. He blocks off all of your shots. If you try to be, you know, smart guy like me and run in and, you know, try to pop my super like right now, I can't pop my super at all because he's tethered me. So if you try to be smart, going with the super, he's gonna tether you. You're suppressed. You can't do anything. You can't chuck grenades. Strictly limited to weapons. So how you take this guy down requires 2 people every single time. Don't go in by yourself. What you do is you bait his tether. Whoever's closest to him when his face turns red, he will lock onto that person. So if I'm in front of him and I'm the closest and I somehow make a 180 behind him, and everyone that I need to shoot on the opposite side of him is behind him, and now we're on the same side while there's no one on the opposite side of him, we're fucked. His little charge shot, even being 650 that he does, will take you all the way down to about 20% health. So if you're already weak for whatever reason and you get shot by it, you're dead. So how we do this is we always have, you know, someone's going to be baiting and they will announce when they bait. And when they do that, you can jump over him, which is usually the safer bet, because when you jump over him, when his face turns red, he's going to say, hey, I'm about to fucking suppress you. Turns red, suppresses, and if you're behind him, by, you know, you jumped over him, he will turn to face you, and when he faces you, he's doing a suppression field, his chest opens up, and then his back opens up, revealing an orange weak spot. You shoot both these spots, you in front, someone else behind, whatever, and then his shield's down. He teleports 3 times in a row, so bear this in mind because it does play a part and it gets really annoying. Because if you're trying to shotgun his ass and he teleports 3 times in a row, you're going to miss a few shots. So you take him down, his shield's down, he'll teleport 3 times, and then he'll stay still for a little bit, shoot a little bit, and then, it's easy to kill him. Being 650, everyone having shotguns, it's not a huge issue. Usually we'll kill him before he has a chance to teleport at all. But he does like to jump around a little bit. Whenever you kill a Berserker in this encounter, they drop one of these guys right here. It's gonna go away. It'll respawn another Berserker. It's fine. If you are holding on to one of these guys right here, which is called an unstable charge, or we just call them the batteries, and that timer hits 0, you will die. There's no way around it. I'm getting DC'd, by the way. So, that being said, if we kill a Berserker and you pick up that battery and it has 50 seconds left, you have 50 seconds to get to where it needs to go to. If you pick it up at 20, you have 20 seconds to get to where it needs to go to. So whenever you pick it up, it's the time that you have to get to where you need to take it to. That does not change throughout this entire raid. So it's best to coordinate things. Like when you pick up a battery and you put it in a charging point, you'll get a debuff just like in Last Wish if you use the Taken Essence on Riven or Morgeth, you summon from Cyclone, whatever. You have a debuff that doesn't allow you to pick one up for like a minute and a half. When you put an unstable charge or a battery in a charging point, you get a debuff for 2 minutes that does not allow you to pick up another one for 2 minutes. Throughout this encounter, there's going to be a total of, aside from this guy that we kill, there's going to be a total of 4 Berserkers that we need to kill. How we do it is we split into 3 teams of 2. We have our 2 Berserker teams that go down below. Then we have our map team, the 2 people that will always stay up top, and they will guide us to the next Berserker that we need to go to. When we start the encounter, obviously all 6 of us are going to be up there. We don't need the map people telling us, hey, he's here or there. You'll see him, and I'll point out his reticle on the map so we can go there. Whenever we kill the Berserkers that we need, you'll see that he won't just drop one of these guys, he'll drop 2. Yeah, I'll get into that here in a second. If you want to, you can go ahead and pick this guy up really quick, and then come up to the charging point right here, and then go ahead and put in. So this guy right here. Alright, so this is the map. If you know this, oh look at that, Chanel gas station is 1, next to spawn is 2, west hand side of the map, the domes is 3, and then true north is 4, and then we have the map which is 5. These yellow rings represent us. These are your fire team members, so that's what these mean. The orange triangles, like this guy right here, that's a Berserker. The guy up here next to 4, that's a Berserker. We don't care about those guys. Absolutely give no shits about those guys. What we do care about is this guy right here. This is a Berserker that we need to kill. The reason why is because this guy drops 2 batteries, while these guys drop 1. The reason why we need the guy with 2 batteries is because when we kill him, in order to extend out this timer right here for the encounter, one of the batteries that we get from killing a Berserker, the one that we need to kill, one always goes back up here to the map. One's always going to be number 5. Number 5 will always recharge the timer for the encounter so we have more time to get through. And then the other charge will be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So when we do teams, for example, you and I will be on a team, and I'll set the other team here in a second. When we go kill a Berserker, 2 batteries are going to drop. How we know what numbers we are is off the map people. So when we're up here and we kill a Berserker, this emblem disappears and then 2 batteries drop. If we both pick up at the same time, we're setting ourselves up for a bad situation, because how we know what numbers we are, when we pick up, the map people are going to look at one of the yellow rings and it's going to have dots 1 through, 1 dot up to 5 dots above our heads. So if I pick up first and they say 4, well, I have a charge 4 battery, I need to go to the number 4 charging point. If you have 5, well, 5 means you come up to map, you need to take that battery and bring it up to map and put it in the charging point right here. If you and I pick up at the same time, there's no way of the map people telling which one of us is which number. So when we go pick up these batteries, we have an order that we do it. So for example, when we go down to kill the Berserker, You know, me and you and then the other Berserker team, they're just there to assist us for the meantime. Um, you know, we pick up, I'll pick up first, I get told, I don't know, 5. So I come back up to map, and I put the battery in here, and they say, you have 2. If you have 2, obviously you go to the south side of the map where number 2 is, and you put in the battery there. It's not as simple as that, of course, so the second Berserker team, the reason why they're down there with us, aside from helping us with Berserker, is to essentially assist you with the charging point. When you get to number 2 and you have to put in the charge, you know, like you did with this one, it's going to be locked out. When you get there with the battery, you're going to notice there's 2 servitors that spawn, and the servitors, while they're up, will lock out the charging point. So, you know, I'm up at map, I put mine in, you're at number 2, and you can't do anything except fucking melee the shit out of servitors. While the other Berserker team that's down there with you, when you get told your number, they're gonna hop on your sparrows and they're gonna race you to number 2. When they get to number 2, they're gonna kill out everything there, they're gonna kill the servitors, so that way when you get there with the battery, because you won't beat them there, more than likely, you get there, you just put it in, good to go, and then the next Berserker spawns, and we all meet up together, kill the next Berserker, and then the second Berserker team, they will pick up the batteries on the second cycle. You and I can't do it again because we have a lockout, so we have a 2-minute debuff, so we can't pick up again. So they both pick up, one gets told 5, the other one gets told, I don't know, fucking 3. So you and I will race the guy over to 3, you and I will kill the servitors, kill all the ads, the guy shows up, puts the battery in, good to go, and then the next Berserker spawns, we all go to the next Berserker, kill a Berserker, you and I pick up again. You know, we get told our locations, we go where we need to go to, put in, and then the 4th Berserker spawns. So you kind of get the idea here. It's very quick encounter. 4 Berserkers need to be killed. We coordinate who picks up first, who picks up second. We race each other over to where we need to go for the charging point. So that way when the guy shows up with the battery, he can just put in. Because sometimes you're going to have it to where you have maybe 4 seconds left you need to put in. And if those people don't clear out the servitors, well then you're going to die with the battery in hand, and that sets us up for failure. Around the map, you can use your Sparrow. Biggest tip I can say here is if you're using your Sparrow, don't go through the city. Because what's going to happen is you're going to come across Dregs, you're going to come across Shanks. Worst case scenario, you're going to come across Berserker. And every Berserker from this encounter on, and this one specifically comes with 2 Marauders and their yellow health bars. So if you try speeding by inside the city through the alleyways, you come across a Berserker, you can get suppressed, and then you're going to have Marauders shooting at you, and if your Sparrow blows up while you're on it, obviously that means you're going to either die or be very close to death. Because they're not going to stop shooting you if your Sparrow blows up, they're going to keep going, and it's going to be a bad mess. So if you're using your Sparrow to race someone over to the next charging point, go around the outside of the map. I promise you, you're going to beat the person there every single time. When we pick up our batteries, map team, their job literally is to guide us. So if I start heading to the next Berserker, I'm going to be coordinating with the map people like, hey, is this him? How close am I? All this other stuff. They might say, hey, you know, you're right on top of him. And I'm down on the ground, I'm like, well, where the fuck is he? I don't see him, but the map people are telling me I'm on top of him. Well, if I'm on top of him, but I can't see him, that means he's probably on top of the roof. So that means go up. The map people will be able to help us out a little bit more with that. You will be able to hear him. It sounds like a fucking T-Rex growling. So you'll know you're close when you hear that noise. But if you're on top of him and you don't see him, he's probably on a roof. They like to move around a little bit. When we go to kill a Berserker, the Marauders take priority because they're very quick to become a nuisance. Kill the Berserker as usual, batteries, pick up whatever. If you get told that you're a 5 battery and you have to go up to the map and put in at the map, sweet. Well, when you're up there and you put in at the map, you will know the next Berserker's at. You can actually look at the map yourself and see, okay, that's the emblem I need to go to, Berserker's over there, and you can start heading that direction. The map people...
And the next Berserker will be, obviously, his target, the one with the 2 every time.
Yep, the ones that we go for every single time are going to have 2 batteries. Now, like I said, if you put in your map people have their own shit to deal with. They got a barrage of fucking vandals sniping them, they have servitors coming out. So they have a barrage of their own shit going on. So if it takes a moment for callouts to happen or for them to say, hey, yeah, you're on top of him or not, it's fine. It's just how it works. So if you put it at the map, though, you don't need a map person to tell you where the next berserker is at. You can start heading towards him, and then that way, you know, so if you're on the next berserker, and we just put the charging point in on the map somewhere, or on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, or 4, well, where's the next berserker at? Oh, well, Scruffy's on top of him, so we can just rally to you rather than having the map people guide us to him. So you can get the head start and heading to the next berserker, and once you're on top of him, the other players can come to you, and we can start knocking them out quicker. So when you go to the next berserker, obviously you're not going to take him down by yourself. You're going to take out the marauders around him, and then you're going to kind of trail him if he starts running away. And shortly after you find him and, you know, kill the marauders, the other berserker team's going to be there with us, kill them together. Second berserker team picks up their shit, they go where they need to go to, they will head to the next berserker, and then when we help the guy out the charging point on the bottom, we will rally up with the other guy who met the berserker already, we'll kill him together, you know, you and I will pick up again. It's just a rinse and repeat process. We do have time for this encounter. It's not a huge sense of urgency. This encounter, if done, there's better strategies to do this. There's more efficient ways to do it, but just teaching the basics, we're gonna keep it simple. Berserker teams will always stay down, and the map team will always stay up. There's gonna be a few times where, you know, we might get to the second. You know, me and you might be getting to the third berserker. We kill the berserker, but you and I, we're still ionized, so we can't pick up yet. There's gonna be times like that. So if you and I are still ionized and we can't pick up, and we have like 20 seconds left, it makes 0 sense to kill a berserker that's gonna drop 2 batteries that the timer's gonna start counting down on. So if you and I are still ionized for, you know, 20 or 30 seconds, you know, we can take down the berserker's shield, and then, you know, me, you, and the other berserker team down below, we will wait to kill him until yours and mine ionized debuff goes away. Because sometimes you kill a berserker and the berserker might be on number 2. Perfect, we kill him, and I pick up, it's 5, you pick up, and it's 4. Well, now you gotta go from 2 all the way to 4, and that's a hell of a haul to get there. So if you're still ionized and it's our turn to pick up the batteries, we will wait till our ionized goes away, and then we will pick up. When you're holding a battery, you will use any means necessary to get to the next charging point as quickly as possible. You can cut through the streets, you can cut through the alleyways, by all means go for it. If you die with the battery in hand, it's probably going to make more sense just to, you know, hold off, don't worry about the battery anymore, just go for the next berserker, because by the time you respawn in or you catch your res, the battery's probably not going to have that much time on it, and if you pick it up again and the timer runs out, you're going to die. It wouldn't make any sense. Your ionized debuff does reset upon death, however, like I said, deaths usually aren't a huge issue here. It's more so map navigation. You're going to have people here, we've all done this a few times, of course, that if you get lost, you're confused on where you're going, you get more comfortable doing this the more times you do it, but you can follow the people down below. So if you pick up and you have to go to 3, 4, 2, or 1, the second berserker team down there with us is going to be hauling ass to get there. You can kind of just follow them. When we go down below, you and I are going to be the first berserker team. Between you and I will pick up first. I will get a number call out. When I get my number call out, I know where I need to go. You will pick yours up right after I get my call out. They will give you a number, and you start heading to where you need to go. Alright? Down below, the other berserker team is going to be... let's see here. I'll take Big Richie and Dread. You guys are the second berserker team. Richie, you're picking up first. Dread, you will pick up second.
Okay.
Alright, so Scruffy, go ahead and bait this guy really quick. So you can just jump over him, jump over his back or whatever. His face will turn red, just like that. Boom. Shoot his chest, shoot his back, shields down. He teleports once, teleports twice, and wait for it. There it is, 3 times. stay still, don't pick up. Map team will always pick up to start the encounter. Nope.
Hmm?
Sorry. I thought you said pick up.
Yeah,
Don't put it in.
yeah, just, you can just die with it. Yeah, so when we start the encounter, map team will always be the ones to pick up to start the encounter for normal runs. Because if you put this in right now, and we go to the first berserker and we kill him, you're not going to be able to pick up right away, and it's going to offset the berserker teams down below.
So pick up.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, it's fine. I should have specified. The quickest way, by the way, to get across the map is jump melee. Jump melee is you're gonna look stupid, but trust me, jump melee is the way to go about it. Alright, whenever the battery counts down and death happens, boom, second berserker will spawn in, go ahead and kill him, and then we will get this encounter started. Yes. Yeah, see, like, more often than not, we're gonna kill him before he even gets a chance to teleport. Alright, go ahead, put it in.
Put it in the map.
Alright, so, like I said, we're looking for the one with the huge orange circle above it. He is straight ahead of us. You can hop on your sparrow from here. He is right here. Yeah, he's at a really bad spot. Alright, I'm gonna bait.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's make sure. Yep, hold off. He's gonna jump down again.
He keeps
Just be
jumping
careful.
down.
He's gonna do this again. Baiting. Picking up first.
3.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I better rest.
And then Scrappy will pick up, and this one's always gonna be 5, so yep, pick it up as soon as you can. Yep, so you'll go up to map, you'll put in that map, and then you'll identify where the next berserker is that we need to kill. You will start heading towards that berserker, and then we will meet you there as soon as I put in over here.
The next one's right next to us.
Perfect. Alright, so
I'm having,
you can hop down. You can start heading to the next berserker. So he is, yeah, he's literally right down below. Yep.
Where? Where is he? On the bottom? He's on stuff. He's behind.
Alright, yeah, I'll bait him. Alright, baiting. Alright, second berserker
He's
team.
picking up.
5. 3.
Alright, so Scruffy, you and I will head to 3. Like I said, we're gonna dead haul over to 3. You'll see the berserkers over here. Not berserkers. You'll see the servitors over here that we need to kill here shortly. Kill both servitors, and then he's able to actually put it in charge.
Oh my god, there's stuff. What the hell?
Both servitors are down. He puts in charge. Richie here in a moment will tell us where the next berserker's at.
In between 2 and 1.
Between 2 and 1. Alright, so let's fucking go across like this. How close are we?
I think he's right, yeah, I think this is just.
Yeah,
Are we
he's
on
right
him
here.
right now?
He's right here. Yep.
You guys are right on
Alright, so Marauders are down. We bait the Berserker. Come here, asshole. Right here. Get me. I pick up first. Picking up.
5.
That's Scruffy.
4.
Yep, so haul ass, run past the Chanel gas station, jump melee.
Am I going to get the...
No,
No,
just
no, no, you're
shoot.
going, so you're going to
No,
4,
no, no.
you're going to true north. You're coming right next to the Berserker, so be careful.
Yep.
Yep, just keep hauling ass. Get there as quickly as possible.
Right.
Yeah, it's because servitors are probably up.
Right. Yep.
Catch his res. Elena, am I on?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
already on them.
Alright, so you guys just come to VX, I'm ready on next Berserker. Alright, second Berserker team. Number?
5.
2.
Ooh, it's a shitty RNG.
Yeah.
We know how the Warlock skate.
Well, I'm leveling my Warlock.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna make it.
Almost there.
We just need that meta servitor for the kill.
Alright, yep, he's down.
Oh my god.
Alright, where's the next
I
Berserker?
don't have a res. I don't
South
have a
of
res.
map.
I got him.
South of map.
That's fine. Alright, he's south of map, so Scruffy, you and I will be picking up this one.
No, actually, you're almost there.
Yeah, I got him in sight.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. Alright, I'm a bait.
What the? Oh man.
Alright, I'll pick up first.
Timer's just like that.
3.
The
Pick it up.
Scruffy, pick that one up and head. Actually, if we get 3 in, we'll be good.
5.
Yeah, if you guys get over the
Holy
3, kill it the
Damn,
servers really
dude.
quick, we'll be able to end this.
You just move so fast.
No, so Scruffy, like I said, so one charge is always going to be
No, you gotta go to
5,
that.
which is always going to be map, and the other one's always going to be one of the other ones.
Where the hell
Servers
go?
right here, guys. Servers right here. Alright, so we're good. It's hard to do. It's hard to do training sometimes, just because this encounter is pretty fast-paced to do. So on normal circumstances, you will. It's 4 cycles, so 4 berserkers get killed. You'll notice that you didn't put it at the map. That's because in order to actually pass this encounter, 4 charges need to be placed in any of the 4 ones down below. So even if we put, for example, 2 in at map and then, you know, there's 4 down below, well, those 4 is all that matters. It's, like I said, it takes a while to get used to, but just bear in mind, whenever we kill the berserkers, this goes for the rest of the entire raid. They won't come up again until the final encounter. The ones we kill always drop 2 batteries. The first encounter, one will always go to one of the 4 on the bottom, and the second one will always go to map. Always go to map. So if I pick up and you hear, you know, if you're in another raid, someone picks up and they say 3, and you pick up second, you know yours is going to be 5 automatically. That doesn't change.
Sorry, mate. I heard 4 and it wasn't inactive.
Alright.
Oh,
You're
no
fine.
worries.
Alright, so this is the quote-unquote maze. It's somewhat easy to navigate. The easiest thing I can say is you find the center of the map. The center of the map can be identified. Yeah, I know where I'm going with this. So, the center of the map can be identified by finding black tubing. So we'll come across some here in a moment. So this is black tubing right here. This indicates that you're going to the center of the map. Boom. So if you come down, if 1, 2, 3, or 4, you notice whatever charge you put in last, put in at 3 this time. Charge 3 is going to be the one that takes the shield down, and that's when we go down below at. You're looking at this right here. This is the back center of the map. The hidden passageway is actually on the right-hand side from here. So if we need to find our hidden passageway, go up here to the right. Come down this way. You see this box right here is a good indication. It's a black armory box. And then this little hole in the wall is where we go. You can use your sparrow in here. Sometimes you'll, like I said, it depends on where you drop in at. But if you drop in at number 3, it's the easiest way to fucking like get yourself to the hole in the wall quicker than any other spot, so to say. It'll spawn you in here in a moment. So this next part, there isn't really any training I can give here. This is you get better at it as you do it. There's absolutely nothing here I can say other than, first of all, quick summon Sparrow. Please have one on. It will save your life. When we do this, your biggest downfall here is going to be Sparrow skill and your fire team. No bullshit, you'll be killed because of your fire team members more than anything else in this entire fucking minute and a half encounter. So what happens here is you see the 2 switches in the wall over here. They have Callahan's, whatever they might be called. You have 2 people punch these, it starts the encounter. There's a black ball behind here that turns into a fiery ball of death. And then it chases us. This safe door right here opens up, or this vault door opens up, and we go. So there is a secret chest here. There's 8 buttons along the way. It's something that I would recommend looking up on your own time. But generally, under normal circumstances, to beat this encounter, you need to have 2 people survive to the end. 4 people can die, it's fine, but you need 2 people at the end, because when you get to the final vault door at the end, this will be 2 switches just like this, and you need 2 people just meleeing the shit out of them relatively at the same time. Just keep going, and it'll close the vault door, preventing the servitor from getting in. However, what we've been doing, and it's just gonna keep up like this, is with the secret chest, you have a chance to get the exotic sparrow, some other weapons and shit like that. We usually just go for the chest each time because it's just easier to do it that way. So aside from that, man, if you get stuck on the wall, stop boosting. It's just a safe boost. If your sparrow is on fire and it's about to blow up, and you're not around any ads, because there's going to be a bunch of ads shooting at you as we're racing through here, hop off and quick summon your sparrow. It'll save your life. When you are behind anyone, someone in front of you is going to be grabbing the attention of all the ads, and they're going to be shooting in the pathway that they just did. So if someone is going in a straight line in front of you and they're shooting at the guy in front of you, if you follow his straight line, all those shots that they're firing are going to hit you instead. So it'd be wise to juke him out a little bit, so someone in front of you is going straight. Maybe hang off to the left a little bit of that person, or to the right, because otherwise you will get blown up. Yeah.
I have no idea. You can give it a try, and we can see if it works.
I mean, go for it.
My old one used to work, I think. It was a different one.
So, aside from myself, who knows where the button locations are? Alright.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I know
I'm
some
just
of
not
them
sure I'll
too.
make it very far. Depends.
That's fine.
I'm not,
so
I'm
when
not
we
the
do
best
this,
of spell writers.
That's fine. So when we do this, I will go for the ones up top and on the left-hand side. Just everyone else or whoever's trailing behind, just make sure you guys either get the right ones and the bottom one to begin with.
The first bottom one always gets stuck.
I'll get the first bottom one, don't worry about it.
Alright.
You will sacrifice yourself. Thank you.
You good?
That's fine. 1 second. Let me grab a drink of my coffee really quick.
Get up. Get
I gotta get Lana her own thing of creamer because I know like after 2 cups of coffee it'll be gone.
I don't even put creamer in.
I know. I'm sorry. I gotta get her a gallon of milk. Alright, so Dread and Chaotic, if you guys would mind, please start the encounter. Everyone else, you're on your sparrows, get ready to go. Alright, let's go. I got the top one, and I'll get the bottom one. Alright. No, I
got it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna get the right one, and I will get the left one. Alright, so I'm gonna get the right one up
Oh
here.
shit! And I died. I sacrificed myself. Somebody gonna have to get the right one or the left one, whatever, whichever.
Yeah, someone has to get the
The right one.
the right one.
Oh, Ned, you got it. Don't die.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm on fire. I'm dead.
No.
Did everyone die? Oh, okay, door's open.
Still got
Yeah,
red
so
with
if you're
you.
looking at
Just
me
turn
right now,
around and super him.
if you're
Stop
looking at
him.
me right now, this is the room. I'm gonna pass it. This is the doorway that opens up to this guy right here.
How the hell did I get stuck there?
Come up top. Server's gonna fall down the hole. I've actually never watched him fall down.
No, I've never.
No, he just keeps going.
Oh, he didn't. He doesn't fall
Yep.
down.
So this is not the normal way of completing this, but this is the secret chest you get. It does have a chance to drop the exotic sparrow. Once again, it took us, fuck, I don't know, we went into this raid blind. I don't want to think about how long it took us to get through that encounter, but we also didn't know about the buttons.
No, I
getting
can't
to
make it.
The next part is basically just a single file line, following everyone from box to box to box over here, box, and then you'll see where Chaotic is at. That's the end goal where you need to get to.
Warlock, no.
Son of a bitch. I hate.
For the sake of training, we will make sure that everyone, or that you get to where you need to, so I can show you the way. Box. Box.
You fuck you.
No, no, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I know they're selling it.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
are
wait
selling
to the
it.
end of the week. I'm gonna wait to the end. I'm not gonna spend
Fuck,
3,200.
fuck that shit, man.
Yeah,
I
I'll
bought
as
that shit
well.
right away.
I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer because I usually get it. the week it's,
Yeah.
the week they sell it.
I have a couple stuff on here, so I'm gonna try to hand that in, get the last one that I need, and then
No.
Yep. So you can come over here.
get there. That's fine. Alright.
All right. So going through here, the biggest tip I can say is when you come through here, you hang left the entire way. So right here, right and left, you hang left. Come up here, go up top.
Can never make this stupid fucking public.
Go over here. Da 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 da. Once again, just follow this pathway. You come up to this crossroads, right or left. We go left. And then you just keep following these guys. You get to the vault, and then they'll show you the way from here.
Because I
Check
want to try
something out
and
really
I
quick.
give up. Never make that piece of shit.
When we get to the next encounter, if you guys want to go grab a coffee or do something for about 5 or 10 minutes, by all means, go for it. You guys know how these training runs go.
No, it's all good. We
Alright, so if you make it look off to the right hand side, Scruffy, you'll see down here. This is what we're doing here. This is why we're doing this raid, is for that chest right there. That chest is what gave Lena Anarchy yesterday. The raid specific exotic, which is also a fucking beast of a weapon. Alright, so just fucking, yeah, it melts, man. DPS outdoes 1,000 voices, it's insane.
what
You
is
come
it?
up here, you come up here,
it does like the same amount of DPS.
Wait, what is it? Is it like a grenade launcher or something?
yep. Alright, so, boss phase 1. So, this is going to be boss phase 1 and boss phase 2 room right here. So, a good layout of the map is in order. Everyone else, if you guys want to go grab a coffee or go grab a tea or something, by all means go for it. So, this is where we're going to spend the rest of the encounter already. So, if you take it low in the middle, we have this fucking Titanfall looking Metal Gear Solid mech in front of us. This guy is actually the final boss. But the boss phase 1 is these 4 machines that are actually around this boss, specking him up, pumping him full of shit, and, you know, whatever the fuck. So, boss phase 1 is actually the machine that's around him. If you shoot the machine, you'll notice that it's immune. Weapons do not damage this thing. You use tanks, and I will get to how we spawn tanks here in a moment. If you come over to me on the left-hand side of the map really quick, take a good detour, you're gonna notice we have charging points again. We don't have batteries yet. We have something else that we put in here this cycle, but there are 3 charging points on this map. Nice. Oh yeah, and there's these guys right here. The encounter is 6:45 now, by the way. Just as a heads up, they do a little bit more. But so we have 3 charging points. Each charging point does have a number. In boss phase 1, that does not matter. When we get our buffs to put in here, putting them at certain charging points does not matter at all. We can put them in wherever we want. Nothing changes with that. So, but for boss phase 2, these will come into play. That's when the batteries come back into play. So we use these charging points as if we were using boss phase 2. This is charging point number 3, right here. come up here. You can hop on your Sparrow. Fucking do some crazy shit.
Similar to that person.
Yeah. So don't kill a servitor yet. Whatever. Alright, so this is charging point number 1. This is back middle. So back in the map. Awesome, cool. Hop on the Sparrow. Hopefully don't get killed by this guy or the Vandal. Come over here. Boom. This is charging point number 2. I didn't point out in boss phase 1 and in the Berserker encounter, but I will here. If you notice, it goes clockwise. Charging point number 1 is in the back mid. Charging point number 2 is to the right hand side of the spawn, and charging point number 3 is on the left hand side of spawn. So it goes clockwise, just like the Berserker encounter does. So when we do boss phase 1, I do assign people specific charging points to put in their buffs to spawn tanks. That way we don't get confused and people don't go to separate, or 3 people don't go to the same charging point, because it wouldn't make any sense. So how this encounter goes is we have the 3 charging points that we'll play a factor in later on. To start the encounter, it's killing the servitor in the back. When you kill him, it does 2 things that are going to play into the rest of the encounter. Number 1, it takes on these electrical fields. If I'm fucking being Superman right here and I go, try going through this, dead. Can't do it. So, don't ever run through that electrical field when it's up. Killing the servitor takes down the electrical field. That's one thing. Second thing is it resets generators. Now, the generators, there's 4 generators total. And I'll show you them down below. Each of them has a specific part to play. There's 3 of them that we care about, and then there's 1 that we absolutely do not give a shit about, because if it is activated, it instantly wipes everyone here. We don't want that. So when we start the encounter, we split into 2 teams of 3. We have an upstairs team, and we have a downstairs team. Or, the ad clearing team upstairs, and we have the tank teams down below. So if you're going to be a person down below, you will end up spawning in a tank, and you will be doing damage to the boss or this mechanism in the middle using a tank. So what happens is we go down below, and we're going to run around in a clockwise fashion, counterclockwise, whatever, and there's going to be these generators that when you walk up to them, they're going to have a device that opens up, and it's going to have a shape. It's going to be one of 3 shapes, a circle, square, or triangle. I'll show you those down below too when we get there. And what we do down below is with the 3 people down below, well, there's 3 shapes, so we want each person to have their own shape. So we go down below, I walk up to a box, and I don't know, fuck, it's triangle. How you activate a generator is by punching it. Now, being a Titan, I'm going to make a huge point. If you run up to a or a generator, and you punch it by using your melting point, like as in you shoulder check it, it will not give you the buff. So when you go up to any generator down below to punch it to get the buff, you will not melting point it. We had a few issues with that on accident. So we all down below, circle, square, triangle. I'll get a symbol, you get a symbol, whatever. The first one you see, if it's not the bad one, you punch it. I don't care what it is. If it's circle, square, or triangle, that's fine. You punch it. You let me know, okay, I have one, or I have mine. The other person will punch one, and I'll punch one. So, okay, we all have one. Cool. Well, we need to, in order to spawn a tank, we need to have 2. In order to spawn a tank at the charging points, it takes 2 of these buffs to actually spawn one. So how do we actually get our second buff? Well, just like with the servitor, what needs to happen is up top, the 3 people up top, what they're doing is they're ad clearing. There's going to be a Shanks that spawn in with elemental shields, void, arc, and solar, in that order. Void, arc, and solar. They're going to be up top clearing ads, mainly the Shanks, that way they don't come down below. And then when the servitor spawns, they're waiting for us down below to say that we're all ready, that we all have a symbol. When we all have a symbol, we'll say, oh, yep, you're good to go. They'll kill the servitor. It resets the generators. So now, the symbols respawn. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to spawn at the same one. So, if you had circle, and you're at the generator that you punch circle at, that generator might now have square or triangle, or it might be the bad one. Key point, if you punch circle to begin with, you're going to punch circle a second time. You're looking for 2 of the exact same. So when the phase generators reset, You know, we're gonna run around clockwise again, counterclockwise, whatever. We're gonna run around a little bit. We're gonna find our second ones. All three of us are gonna be like, all right, cool. I got my second one. You got yours. She's got his. Whatever. And when we're all good, same process as before. The upstairs team's gonna kill the servitors, and electrical field's gonna go down. When the electrical field comes down, and we all have two, this is where the assignment of the charging points comes in. So 1, 2, and 3. For example, I'm going to be number 1. I'll have you be number 2, so you always put it at the right-hand side of spawn. And I'll have Dread, you're going to be down below with us. Dread, you'll put it at number 3. So me, you, and Dread come up top. We all have a ×2 radiance. We go to our charging points, and we wait. Wait until everyone's ready. When everyone's ready, we all put it at the same time. It's not because we need to put them in at the same time to activate tanks. It's because these tanks have a timer. If you spawn a tank and you just let it sit there for 5 seconds, you lose 5 seconds of damage. So it's very important that when we do this, we try to coordinate that everyone does it close to the same time. So we go in, we get our 2 radiance, we come up, we put them in the generators, we got tanks, cool. So this is where the boss actually tries to do damage to us, or this mechanism tries to do damage. If you've done the Cabal excavation events, public events, how the missiles come down from the sky, it's the exact same thing. That's the only thing this boss will do to you the entire time, is he'll shoot mortars from the sky. It's as easy as moving back and forth, strafing left and right, whatever, to avoid the attacks. Key point of interest when you're in a tank, and I will point out to you when we're in the actual tanks, is you have a 25-second timer. That's why it's important that we time it all together, so that way you're not waiting 10 seconds to hop in a tank. Essentially, when you spawn a tank, you're going to be hopping in it right away, regardless if anyone else is ready. But you have 25 seconds in a tank. When you hop in, you do 25 seconds worth of damage. When the timer hits 0, you hop out. Don't hop out at 1, don't hop out at 2, don't fucking try engaging it early. When the tank hits 0, it gives you a leeway of like 4 seconds to hop out of the tank. So when it hits 0, you have 4 seconds after that to actually hop out of the tank. What the tank does is it blows up. If you're inside it, it kills you. Alright, so after that, we go back down below again, we rinse and repeat again, we come back up top, spawn tanks, do the exact same thing again. When we go back down below the second time, let's just say that I'm down there first, and you and Dread are not down there. If I punch a generator down there and you two are not down there, it's going to activate the electrical field. This field does not come back up until someone activates a generator. So when we go back down there a second time, you might be down there first, I might be down there first. You want to make sure your downstairs team, your tank team, is all down there with you. Because otherwise you're going to miss out on tank spawns or people getting a second buff in time. It gets messy. So we go back down there a second time, we'll make sure everyone's down there, and then when everyone's down there, if you punch circle the first time and got 2 circles, cool. If you see a square, punch square. You don't have to, you're not locked into a specific symbol the entire time. So don't worry. Yep. Exactly. So if you just bear in mind, if you punch at any point during any type of cycle getting these buffs, you always punch the same symbol twice. So if you got square, you punch square again. If you punch triangle, you punch triangle again. We go back down below for a second phase. You see circle. Oh, cool. I haven't had circle before. Well, go ahead and punch it. That's fine. When the generator is reset, you want to look for circle again. Come back up top, do damage. The only other thing to brief here is there is a sense of danger. There is a timer for this encounter. Yeah, it's on these guys. Same thing as before. We don't care about that. We'll have... This boss is in a near 1 phase. It really doesn't take much to kill this guy. What we do for damage in tanks is like the mini missiles that you can shoot from the Drake, we like lock on, and we do a 3, 2, 1 shoot with that. You can shoot the big gun. Keep shooting the big gun as much as you want. But we do a 3, 2, 1 shoot with the mini missiles. I don't know why. It just seems like when everyone coordinates and shoots the mini missiles roughly at the same time and hits the boss, his health bar just melts away. So over the course of damage phase, I will say 3, 2, 1 shoot. 3, 2, 1 shoot until we have to hop out of tanks. Aside from that, down below, and I will show you this down below. If you punch triangle and I punch circle, and I run next to you, we're going to kill each other very quickly. If someone has a different phase radiance from you, which is what these things are technically called, if I run next to you, you'll see when you punch one, you have an aura. If I run next to you and I have my aura, and we start touching auras, whatever, we'll start killing each other. So it's fine if you run by someone that has an aura, it's okay. It's not going to kill you instantly. It's just, if you're taking damage and you're low on health, you probably don't want to run by someone. If they have to run by you, it's fine. You'll just have to back up a little bit or hide in the corner. You and I could be like this far away, it's fine. But if I get like this close to you, we're going to start killing each other very quick. We'll do a test cycle down below to show, and then we'll do a legitimate run. But once again, it's a very easy encounter. When you guys go to spawn tanks, make sure between you and Dread, since you're going to be putting in at 2, Ducky, let's call you Ducky. Since you'll be putting in at 2, I would probably be good that maybe you go this way, you just strafe back and forth up here to do damage to the boss. Sometimes people don't coordinate and they like to go to the middle, and then they have 2 tanks on top of each other in the middle. It's not fun. You guys start bumping into each other, you guys get mortared, die together in a very unromantic Romeo and Juliet. So, so you'll probably just come up this way, and I'll go the other way. Alright, we'll do a test run. That's fine. If your mic loses contact and you're down below with us and you have if you have your buff, just do an emote. If you get your second buff, do an emote again, so that way I know. Down below, I'm going to say right now, you should pretty much be using your heavy weapon the entire time. There's going to be, yellow health for our captains that spawn in. The biggest threat down below is the dregs with the scorch cannon, or not scorch cannons, like the shrapnel launchers. So if you have Hammerhead, if you have Thunderlord, by all means, use it, because you will probably not run out of ammo the entire encounter, and that's the quickest way to kill these guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this guy really quick, and then we'll go down below. We're gonna spawn tanks, so come over here. These assholes are right here. Kill them, whatever. Alright, so cool. So me, you, and Dread are down below.
Yep.
Alright, so you see how it's blue? It's a triangle. So go ahead and punch this one. So you see you have angular phase radiance. That's what triangle's technically angular. So that's what that one is. I'm gonna punch this one. This one is going to be square. Give me a second to kill these guys. It's a simple actually.
Check
Cool.
out.
So I'm gonna run next to you. Look what happens if I get close to you. Feather, right? Yeah. So that's why you need to be careful. So follow me a little bit. You can trail behind a little bit. I'm gonna show you the bad one. Here, Dread. We're gonna run by you really quick. Yeah. Ideally, when we do this, it's generally you have a lot of time with this encounter. If you miss your symbol, just keep running clockwise. You're eventually gonna get to it. You can spawn your sparrow down here, but be careful with it. All right. So this guy right here. See how this one is red means scary, right? You see how it's a rotating symbol? Here, walk up to that one right there. Yep, you see how it's a rotating symbol? Red means scary. Don't punch that one. You guys will get the kill servitor, by the way. Yeah, so if you see that one, you will not punch it. That will instantly wipe everyone. Alright, cool. So stay next to this one really quick. You're gonna see that it changes.
Stop again.
Alright, so that's circle. So that's mine. So I come up to it. So I got ×2. So run back that way. Let's go counterclockwise. Is this the red means scary one? Yep, that's red means scary, so keep running counterclockwise. Yep, so there's your triangle, that's your second one. Cool, so now you have ×2. Dread, do you have ×2?
Yep. Got mine.
Alright, you guys go to kill the servitor. And then we all come up. As soon as they kill the servitor, electrical field's down. You go to your applicable. Yep, so you go to your applicable generator. So this is 1 back here. 2 is to the right of spawn, and 3 is to the left of spawn. If you're looking at where we came in at. You go up to your generator, where you need to put in at. When everyone is ready to go, that's when we will put in. So let me know when you're over there. Alright. Alright, go ahead and just put in really quick. And then you just start doing damage to the boss. Use your auto lock. You're gonna do a 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. When your tank hits 0, it's above your super bar, hop out of your tank, and then go back down below. Once the 3 of us are back down below, that's you get next to the generator that you can punch.
Oh shit.
And when everyone's down below, that's when you can punch.
That's good, man. That was good.
Yeah, that was very close.
Alright. Alright, so you guys are all down here.
Yep.
Alright, so I have square.
Give me a second.
Alright, cool. So stay at that generator that you were just at, Scruffy, and just hang out there for a second.
Alright, got mine.
Dread, are you good?
Yep.
Oh, Shank's north.
Yep, I got
Are
mine.
you guys good?
Yep.
Oh shit, I got
Yeah, you guys are gonna kill servitor. So when you punch one, just hang out. Alright, when you punch one, just hang out the generator where you got your buff at. See which one it spawns in as. If it's not yours, you just keep moving.
Right.
So I got my second one. I got lucky, it spawned on me already.
Cover the heat.
Oh.
Triangle is on VX.
Shanks West. Better be.
Right, got mine.
Alright, you have yours, Ducky. Alright, cool. So go ahead and kill a servitor. Once again, we all come up. You can hop on your Sparrow to get there quicker. We all come up. Let me know when you guys are next to your charging points.
Yep, I'm ready.
I go ahead and put in. Hop in and then just melt this guy. Alright, 3, 2, 1, shoot. Three, two, one, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Just like that, boss phase 1 is over.
Wasn't this was that a test run?
Yeah,
That
it was
was a
supposed to
test
be.
It's supposed to be a test run, but challenge failed, that's fine. Yeah, so that is boss phase 1. That is as easy as it gets. We will be doing boss phase 2 once again. If you guys want to grab a key or something like that, by all means. So yeah, welcome back. Here's Berserker. So you know what this means. That means 2 batteries are going to come into play again. So to put this encounter as simply as possible, we're going to take the Berserker encounter that we did, I don't know, like 20 minutes ago, and we're going to cut and paste the Berserker encounter, but we're going to add a boss to it. So everything with the Berserker encounter remains the exact same, except we will not be having, you know, both Berserker teams go after a single Berserker. We will be doing it to where a single Berserker team, so you and I will have our own Berserker to go after, you know, pick up the batteries as usual, and then the second Berserker team, after we get ours in, they will go get their Berserker, as once again guided by the map team. The map is actually in this room right here, right where I am sitting. This is where the map spawns, and the map charging point is, I mean, it's like right here. So with boss phase 2, we will never, after we start the encounter, there will never be a map charge. At no point after we start the encounter will there ever be one that comes back up to the map. This berserker that we kill in the very beginning here, he's the one that drops the charge specifically for the battery to start the encounter. So the only charging points we need to worry about is charging points 1, 2, and 3. So Berserker Team 1 is you and I. You and I will get a location, and I will take you through what these locations are right now. So we come over here to the left-hand side of spawn, or the number 3 charging point. A Berserker has the potential to spawn in back here. This is bottom left. If you're looking at the map as if it's on a table directly in front of you and you're looking down at it, that's how we call it the map locations. This is bottom left. Berserker can spawn in here.
And the bottom right is that where I was before.
Yeah, so where you're putting in that was bottom right. Alright, this is middle left. Right here, there's a few points of entry. You can come in this way. You can go into the doorway, or you can go around the right-hand side. You can come up over here. So there's a few points of entry that you can get into this one. Over here, this is top left. I mean, you can get in from behind, but usually it's just easier to come in the normal way, which is where we just came in at. Berserker can spawn in here. We come over here. So this one, we either call this one top middle, or we'll call this to the right of 1. Top middle or to the right of 1. If you hear that, it means this one right here. Berserker can spawn in here. Once again, you can jump up top right here, or you can go around the other side and jump up over here for points of entry. And then over here is the top right. This guy right here. Once again, multiple points of entry. You can jump up here. You can go across this way, on this side, whatever is comfortable for you. And then you know where bottom right is. Bottom right and bottom left are usually the annoying places to have a Berserker spawn that we need to kill, because they're enclosed. So in here, I mean, you can jump up top. However, there's not really a need to do this at all. We'll usually just come in here and knock him out. Same process as before. When we kill a Berserker, I pick up first. I'll get a number 1, 2, or 3, and then start heading there. You pick up yours, you get a number, you start heading there. So the second Berserker team, what they are doing is they're not assisting us at the moment. What they're doing actually is on the boss. There's 6 weak spots, there's 6 shields that need to be destroyed. So the batteries, putting in the batteries, a tank does come into play here. And the tank only serves one purpose, and the tank's purpose is to bring the boss to its knee, exposing its chest, so we can do damage to the servitor that's inside the boss's chest. I'll go into that here in a moment. But the weak spots on the boss, in order for us to shoot a tank shell at the boss, to bring him down to his knee, to open up and expose his chest, there's 6 weak spots that need to be destroyed on his body. Whisper of the Worm is going to be highly recommended here. A Whisper of the Worm, procced with Whispered Breathing, can one-shot any shield on his body. So the locations of the shields on his body, there's 2 on his back. One's right here. One's right here. So left and right. What's that? Yeah, they glow white. It's very easy to tell. Yep, there's one in his armpit, right? Yeah, if you shoot at it, it'll proc a hitbox, and crit. It's a crit hit every time you shoot at it. Alright, so there's one on the armpit, which is this guy right here, on his left-hand side. And then the only other one I can show you right now is this guy on his shoulder, is this one. Once again, they will be glowing white. They're pretty hard to miss. Once proccing Whispered Breathing and shooting it once will destroy it. The other 2 that I can't show you right now because of his body position is there's 2 on his kneecaps. So while we are doing the first Berserker, that's your and I's focus right now. We go kill a Berserker, we do everything else. The second Berserker team, what they're doing is they're back here by number 1, and they are waiting for the boss to spawn. His weak points or his shields glow, and they can immediately take out the ones on his back. The map team, just like with the first encounter, they're going to stay the same. Map team can take care of the kneecaps, and then in between him moving around the map and turning his body and also their shit, you can shoot his armpit, you can shoot his shoulder. The boss does like to lock on to specific people at one at a time. It won't always just be everyone. So if he's locked onto someone and you catch it, or you know that he's locked onto you, and there's a shield that needs to be taken down, like on his armpit or his shoulder, he's locked onto you, you can manipulate him to look away from the other people to give them a vantage point to shoot the weak spots in his body. There's only 6. So while we are doing the Berserker, these other Berserker team, what they're doing is they are simply just shooting the shields. Now, every time a Berserker gets killed, the big thing I'm going to stress here, like we do in the Last Wish raid, is with Last Wish it's Hobgoblins, here it's Vandals. Every time a Berserker gets killed, 4 Vandals will spawn. A Vandal will spawn on this roof right here, 1 will spawn in this building over here, inside on the top floor, and then in front, on top of the yellow building over here, and on the guardrails up here at the green building in front of the map room. Every time a Berserker gets killed, 4 Vandals spawn. Yep. These Vandals are very quick to fuck up any damage phase. They are quick to flinch you, they are quick to just ruin everything. So when we kill our Berserker, you and I pick up our batteries, whatever, the second Berserker team's gonna get their Berserker call out. Before they leave to go to their Berserker, they will kill these 2 Vandals that spawn back here. The one that spawned on the green building over here, and on the roof over here. And then they will head over to the next Berserker where they need to kill it. And depending on the shield status, if there's any more weak spots that need to be shot, you and I's priority is to take care of the rest of the shields on the boss's body. Now, generally, they're probably all going to be down. Maybe the armpit is the annoying one to shoot because it's just a shitty spot to shoot. But we take out the rest of the shields on his body. If the shields are already down, we will assist the second Berserker team in killing their Berserker, getting it down as quickly as possible, and then they pick up, they do their thing. We will need to make a priority that one of us, for example, if I go help the Berserker team, I would need you back here to shoot the Vandals that spawn the back roofs, or vice versa. If I have you go help out the second Berserker team, I'll stay back here. The Vandals are a priority. They're very quick to fuck everything up. You can hop on your Sparrow out here, you can get around the map very quickly, but these Vandals will fuck you up. They're red health bar, nothing serious. The Marauders that spawn in with the Berserkers in this encounter are all red health bars. They're very weak. A single grenade will kill them. So it gets a little easier. So, second Berserker team picks up their stuff, they go deposit, and all of a sudden we have tanks everywhere. We have a tank at 1, 2, and 3. We only need 1 tank. The tank's sole purpose is to fire a shell at the boss to bring him down to his knee and expose his chest. When he exposes his chest, it's going to be a servitor. Now, the servitor, I know normally we shoot the servitors in the eyes, and it's a crit spot. You shoot the servitor anywhere in his chest, it is a crit spot. You don't have to aim for the eye, you just shoot anything that's purple in his chest. Trust me, it's a crit shot every single time. So, when he goes down to 1 knee, we all start proccing us for breathing, we start doing damage, cool, awesome. What the boss does in between damage phases, though, is he procs up a phase radiance buff or debuff. So you saw, for example, when we were down below, and we went next to each other, and we had different phase radiances. We get tethered, and we start dying very quickly. In this encounter, it's going to happen. So throughout damage phase, everyone does their stuff, shields are down, spawn tanks, I'll hop in the tank, he'll be hopefully in a good spot. I shoot him, he goes down to 1 knee, we start doing damage as normal, we set up, and I'll show you how we set up. At one point, on his shoulder, his cannon, this fucking big guy over here, is going to start glowing a color. It doesn't matter what color it is, it's just going to start glowing on his shoulder. When it glows, it's the hey, I'm about to do a fucking Radiance Shockwave, whatever you want to call it. When that blast goes off, all 6 of us in here are going to have a phased Radiance. Obviously, we don't want to have 2 people of different radiances stand next to each other because they will die. So how we set up is we set up using the acronym CAP. Continuous, Angular, Parallel. If you were, I don't know, it wasn't really important in phase 1, but if you, just for background information, continuous would be like the red aura if you were a circle, angular is triangle or the blue aura, and parallel is the square or the white aura. So all 6 of us in here are going to get a phase radiance. If we are next to each other and we have different phase radiances, we will start killing each other. That's bad news bears. However, if you are next to someone who has the same phase radiance as you, you get phase synergy, your damage output is tripled. So your whisper shots, while in the well of radiance, do 313,000 damage per shot. Very easy. The boss, throughout the damage phase, will shoot his cannon 2 or 3 times, so your phase radiance might change, it might stay the same the entire time. When this happens, how we set up is each team is pre-designated a certain phase radiance. So you're on my team, you and I will set up as if you and I are continuous. Continuous sets up right here. So I'll pop a well of radiance somewhere around here, at enough angle to where we can shoot the boss. Map team acts as if they're angular. Angular sets up right here on this little pad. This is where they will do damage from. And then the last team, Berserker team number 2, will set up over here on the right hand side and act as if they're parallel. So continuous on the left, angular, back mid a little bit, and then parallel is off to the right. When we start doing damage and his cannon flashes, so we're standing still, flashes, and you look at your screen above your super bar, and you see all of a sudden you have angular phase radiance, you will stop shooting, you will just jump back to where angular's at, right here, and you will just start doing damage from right here. If you go from continuous to parallel, you will stop shooting, you will head over to parallel, start doing damage from there. It's like that the entire encounter. The moment it changes, you need to move to your respective position, because if you do not, you're robbing yourself and the other person. So if there's 2 people in there that have phase energy and you're still over there, and you'll tether both of them. They're losing on triple damage output and they're both dying because you're there. So priority here is when his cannon flashes and your phase radiance changes to whatever it might be, you stop shooting and you move. And then you aim back down your scope, proc whisper breathing, if you have that, if not, whatever, you start doing damage again. You do this, he flashes 3 times. Like I said, you might have continuous the entire time, you might get parallel and stay parallel the entire time, or you might change between all 3 radiances. It's RNG. Once he is done and his chest closes up, we reset, we do the exact same thing again. 6 shields spawn, we all shoot the shields down, you and I take care of our berserker, second team will take care of their berserker, vandals in between, second damage phase, so on and so forth, and the boss dies. There will be dregs and captains that spawn in between. They're not a huge deal. We can generally avoid killing them. You can pretty much ignore them. When we hop in a tank, this boss does have an instant wipe mechanic, and you will see turbulent detonation charging, and a cannon or a turret on his shoulder starts shooting up into the sky a little bit. Once it reaches the peak, he initiates his wipe mechanic. We all die. Just because he's initiating it or just because he's charging it doesn't mean that you need to panic and fucking shoot it right away if you ever hop in the tank. Sometimes when we do boss damage, he lines up perfect. He'll be dead center right in front of us. Sometimes the asshole he'll walk off to the left hand side of the map, or he'll walk up to the right. If we have to move to accommodate to where the boss is at, we will set up the exact same way we did in front of the map. It does not change. So if we're on the left hand side, continuous sets up on the left like usual, parallel sets up on the right, and angular sets up, back mid a little bit. Nothing changes. No matter where we have to go, continuous, angular, and parallel will always set up the same. Aside from that, there's not really a test run that needs to be done. It's just a berserker encounter with a boss in it, and the boss has shields. Is there any questions? I feel like I beat a dead horse in that one. It's a lot of information. I over-explain a lot of shit, but trust me, like it's easy as boss, easy one phase. If not one phase, it's gonna be a 2 phase. Regardless, still same berserker queues, same pretty much everything we've been doing. Like I said, the biggest thing is just making sure that when you have a phase radiance, it doesn't match the location. Just move, and then proc your whisper breathing, and then do damage. That's yeah, that's fine. Do we have a Titan in here aside from Scruffy?
No.
So we will ignore Melting Point. I'm not worried about it. It's a training room. There is one more short encounter after this, so I'll get into that next. But if everyone's ready, go ahead and rally to the flag. Alright, let's go ahead and take this guy down. Alright. So you and I, Scruffy, we can hop on our Sparrows and get ready to go. Top left, alright. So we come over to top left, boss spawned, awesome, cool. Fucking Titanfall, Metal Gear Solid, crossover. Yeah. Pick up the Marauders first, as usual. Then I'll bait. Picking up.
2.
And then you pick up, yep.
Oh shit.
2. Next boss is right of 1.
Who's where?
I got shred.
Right side of 1.
I'll catch the reses. I'll catch one of the reses.
Okay.
I'll get Dread. I'll get Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take out the Vandals, you guys just worry about next
On one
Berserker.
right.
So you'll help me out with the, with the Vandals back here, Scruffy. Yep, that's good. And I'm trying to take out this
Meeting?
Vandal for you guys back here, he's being an asshole.
Oh,
I think Armpit might still be out.
I'll load.
Right.
Here, I'm gonna bait him to you guys, just make sure you guys
Pick it up.
The right arm.
3.
Alright, picking up.
shoot his armpit, please.
2.
And shields down.
No, you got one on his right arm.
Oh, his shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you fucker.
Shoulders down. Alright, shields down.
Yeah, I'll catch the rest.
Yeah. So, Vandals are a huge priority. They're clearly sniping. So everyone else, you guys start getting ready to set up.
Left side Vandals up.
Alright.
Left.
Oh, he's in a terrible spot. We'll have to adjust a little bit for this, by the way. So continuous will set up right where VX is putting down right here. You'll come over to me, Scruffy. There. Continuous.
He gets that. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm still tethered.
I should have went more right.
That's fine. He was in a really shitty spot. And then the vandals are still up too. Be careful, he's about to smash over here.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Alright, so Scruffy will go over the bottom left, next to 3. Alright. You get in here, I'm gonna bait him right away. Alright, baiting. Alright, picking up.
3.
Oh shit!
3, both of you.
You guys take out the vandals in the back, please.
Next boss, top left.
Dude, I'm getting fucked so hard. Oh my gosh, how did he get me from that far, bro?
You guys need to be better about these vandals. You gotta shoot us back.
Left side vandal still up.
Shields down.
Right big.
Where's the berserker?
It's
Top
on
right?
me.
Top left.
Oh, top left. Alright. Alright, good. I'm coming. Yeah, we're gonna probably run out of time with this one. Go ahead. I'm a bait.
Alright.
Alright, there you go.
Picking up.
2.
Richie, you need to be up there, big dog. That's your charge.
One.
Alright, that's perfect. Alright, everyone else come to the map. Hopefully we can get set up a little bit better this time. I might need to shoot him as soon as the tank spawns. We're gonna have to make it work.
Alright, he's actually better now.
Yeah, move up just a little bit. Continuous setting up right here. Hello. There.
Oh.
Yeah, almost. Alright, so reset. Yeah, you guys be better about taking out those vandals in the back, please.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Alright, so scrap your same spot as before.
Oh my god.
I need someone to catch his res.
Who has a rest?
Gonna have close.
I don't. Fucking. Oh.
It's just wipe it. Yeah. So vandals in the back, guys. I know it gets a little stressful, but please take them out before you guys leave. Aside from that, that's really all.
Yeah, chaotic. I'd say that whenever the vandals spawn, you look for them, not top left, top right, before you go after his shield again. So we have those down, because that way we just have the Drex and Servitor to worry about, and the call.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just in a shitty spot for that first phase. That's just, we didn't have enough time to really adjust. Alright, so rally to the flag and do it again. Bait.
Bottom right.
Nice, this way.
Fuck you, dude.
Alright, baiting.
Alright, Vandals.
Picking up. There you go.
2. 1. Next boss is top right.
Hold still, dude. Alright, shield is down. Good. Alright, I will. Yeah. Alright, thank you.
Fucking stupid. Hey, you picking up?
3. 1.
Alright, I'll take care of the vandals back here. Vandal on the top left.
Trying to get the vandal.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Where's our tank at? Wait,
Yeah,
Ducky, did you die with the charge in your hand?
Yeah, he died charging.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Okay, it's a wipe. Nuke goes off. Oh, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when you said 1, and then I was watching before, and I'm like, oh, I went to the wrong one, and you called out 1, and the second lot went through, and I was like, oh, so that's 1, so...
No, no
Oh, you're
worries.
fine.
Alright.
Go bait.
Bottom left.
Found the
Oh. Yeah, it's so disappointing. I was about to say.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt. Hey, Scruffy. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna bait.
Oh, he's actually coming to us. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah. It's gonna hurt. Picking up.
2. 2, both of you. Next boss is mid left.
Watch out for vandals, of course.
You got the back right here.
Perfect.
I'm coming.
Alright.
It's good. Right.
Shields down. Yep. Alright, so Scruffy, you can head back to the map and just kind of hang out over there with those guys. I'll take care of the vandals in the back.
Keep it out.
1. Both of you 1.
There we go.
Alright, I will get set up in a second. Might need to move up a little bit unless you can come a little closer.
Maybe right here.
He's going off to, oh, he's going off to, hey, so everyone go to the left, go to the left.
You're just fucking me right now. What the fuck?
Yep.
This is res. Hey, one does that shit. Perfect. Alright, everyone reset.
Mid left.
Left, perfect. Your caps are down. Oh, this is gonna hurt. He is lighting my ass up.
Can't even see him.
Right,
Oh,
shoulder
you
stone.
fucking captain. This fucking captain is an asshole, bro.
Go over there. Try to hit the back.
I got you, Ducky. Alright, I'm baiting.
You fucking cunt.
Picking up.
2. 2. Next boss bomb left.
I don't know if there's still one more Vandal left. Shit.
That's fine.
We got the back. The back.
Yeah, I got the vandal in sight. Shit.
One on the back.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. I'll go for it here in a moment.
Oh man. Yep.
Oh, you shut up. Oh my god! Fuck!
We need to catch reses.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to run, bro.
I don't have a res.
Forgot big.
I got it.
Alright, there you go.
Right.
Fucking cunt ass.
Pick up as soon as you can.
Pick it up.
Alright, 3. 2.
Yeah, you guys need to haul ass. Actually, I don't think we're gonna get it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not gonna get it. Be lucky if you do. I'll try.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
Oh,
Yep.
so close.
Yeah.
Do we have a melting
Shoot
point?
him out of that.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking game is bullshit.
No, that's good, man. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's alright. This isn't bad. I'm learning a different position today too, doing this.
That's always good.
Basically, as map team, you're more than likely you should be leaving the map area. Let the Berserker teams take care of the other shields. Your primary focus is as Vandals.
Right side of 1.
I am baiting. Picking up.
3. 2. Next boss is left mid.
Left mid.
You are...
Yes. So that one's
fuck?
down. Yeah, that one's. Shield's down.
Good to go.
3. 2.
Alright, I'll take care of the back Vandals really quick.
Oh, phew.
Back Vandals are good. Alright, everyone come up to the map area. Perfect. Hopefully you can come to a better spot than
Oh, he's
what's
on the
been
left
going.
side.
That's fine. Is he still over left?
Oh, he's mid
Yeah,
middle.
He's in middle.
Should we go more closer?
Yeah, we'll go closer.
Like right there? Yeah.
Phew.
Close.
Oh,
Alright,
almost one.
recover. Still a Vandal up somewhere being an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Got him.
Alright.
Bottom left.
Alright, bottom left, Scruffy. Alright, I'm gonna bait. Picking up.
3. 1. Next boss, top right.
Alright, shoot his armpit if you guys can. Shield's down, perfect. Alright, Scruffy, you head back to map.
Let's pick it up.
2. 1.
That Vandal's hiding. There he is. Whatever, dude. Alright, so everyone's come back to map really quick. Actually, is he on the left-hand side again?
Yeah.
Leftish.
Ah, fuck it. Let's just, we'll just get up close to this guy. We really don't need to do too much damage, so... Hey, asshole. Hey, asshole. Right here.
Be in there.
Free for all. Boom. Alright. Yeah, we got one more encounter. Probably the most annoying one of them all, actually. So the final encounter here is actually RNG. It's usually against you.
Come on, ooh, I got another
Boom.
Congratulations on your first completion.
Yeah. A little dirty with the Vandals at the end, but...
Spell and grave robber.
Oh, you got the curator role?
It's not well, it's, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because Trenchbill and Grave Robber is the one you get curated.
Oh, well, I
Fucking,
see.
it's a tank of a weapon, dude. Yeah, congrats, Scruffy. Usually, Boss Phase 2 doesn't provide as many issues as it did. It just really comes down to Vandals. They duck out of the fucking way, they jump off the roofs and shit like that. But they're very quick to mess up the entire damage cycle. Also, the boss moving around is annoying because we set up as if we're going to be doing damage in front of the map. We don't necessarily account for all the drags and captains that will be around the left or right hand side. But if you're in the tank and you have good timing and you know he hasn't done his charging yet, you can shoot the captains, you can shoot the the drags and everything like that and get your team set up even better. It just comes down to timing. Yeah, it's...
The mechanics aren't that bad, it's just getting everything right, because I went to the wrong one, because I got the numbers mixed up.
Yeah, I mean,
What was that?
yeah, it just comes with doing it. I mean, we definitely had our first tries of issues. We did this day one, and it was a fucking nightmare. But we were also 6:30.
Yeah.
I'm just over the moon. I can find a team that's like a clan, even that you can work with.
If you, I mean, fuck man, if you want to run another one, if you have another character you want to run with, you know the mechanics now, by all means.
Oh, you're doing it again.
Do you want to do it again, baby?
I'm gonna have to drop after this one because I'm actually going out for a little bit.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'll set up another one if you want to hop in, Ducky. So that way you can, polish up a little bit more because it just takes, getting used to it. Like we sped through the first encounter because it's kind of like on-the-go teaching. The Ablaze Glory, the servitor chase is, you only get better at it by doing it over and over again. When we did it day one, no bullshit, it took us about 20 minutes to figure out how to start the encounter. We were in there for 20 minutes before we realized we had to punch this door. And then, insult to injury, we had one of our guys, Neg has video of it, he drove straight into the servitor and died. he literally hopped on his sparrow because he thought he was going the right way, drove into the servitor and died.
I did the same thing when I first did that encounter.